Hello everyone, very good morning. Welcome back. In this short video, we're going to discuss about the content of next Power BI batch going to start from June 1st, 2021, which is Tuesday. And this time I tried differently, showcasing the content in Power BI report itself. This is a Power BI report published to Power BI service. This is a summary page and we can see the content in the right hand side. We don't just discuss Power BI desktop, we will see Power BI desktop, Power BI service, and report builder, which is page related reports, and Power BI report server, which is on-prem deployment of your reports, and Power BI service, which is cloud deployment, and SSS tabular model, Azure Analysis services, and we also discuss on Power BI admin part and working on different APIs and PowerShell commands, and we will see SQL and DAX expressions. And not only these things, we also cover some additional topics which are linked to Power BI like Power Automate, Azure Runbooks, and Power Platform Admin Center, Office 365 portal. So why I'm covering all these things? Because in the real time, we don't just work on Power BI desktop. We should also know many things which are surrounded to Power BI desktop. That's how the real time actually works. So that's why I want to give maximum exposure to you guys who work in real time on Power BI. Now let's see the content very briefly. We just go one by one and see what we're going to learn. Here you can see the timings in the left hand side. It is starting from June 1st, Tuesday, and it is 70 to 75 hours of content. And the timings are from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. in the morning, Indian time. And the location is online Microsoft Teams, and duration is 7 weeks, which is from Monday to Saturday. And the language is English. This time there is no any Telugu batch, but I know Telugu, and who are all from Telugu states, they can communicate to me in Telugu if you have any questions and any clarifications. And I also know Tamil. I can speak Tamil, and who are from Tamil Nadu, they can also contact me and they can discuss in Tamil if you don't understand something in the regular sessions. First, we will start with SQL Server. We will see how to install SQL Server and how to work on databases and tables, and how to write the SQL queries, and how to join the tables and write the queries, and how to create the views, store queries, and working on different functions available in SQL Server. All these things you will see with examples in detail. And this is majorly focused on BI part, because in SQL we have a few more things called triggers and cursors, which is not scope of this training. Because in general in Power BI or any business intelligence, we try to extract data from your SQL Server or any of data sources. That's why it is more focused on how to write the queries and how to extract the data to Power BI desktop and do the reporting. And yes, we can still work on Power BI without SQL as well. But if you know SQL Server and how databases works in the backend, and you know many more things in Power BI, it will helpful to understand many things in Power BI. That's why it is very important. And I always ask everyone to learn SQL before to start Power BI desktop. And then we start Power BI desktop. Here we can see the architecture and how to install Power BI desktop, and we will see various options available in Power BI desktop. And we'll also work on different sources, data sources I can say. So at least we will see 10 to 12 sources in our classes, like SQL Server, Azure SQL, Excel, CSV, and different file sources like SharePoint list, SharePoint folder, and OneDrive, XML and JSON files, and data flows and APIs and Power BI datasets. All these things we will see with examples. And we will see import mode, direct query mode, and mixer mode, and what are all those and how we use these things in the real time. We will spend more time on understanding data modeling and its concept. There is some misconception outside that Power BI is drag and drop. It's not just drag and drop. There are many things in Power BI to discuss and learn in the real time. That's why I'm going to cover each and everything in detail so that you can benefit in the real time. And we'll see all these things, and then we'll go to Power Query. So Power Query is like ETL transformations in Power BI desktop. So if you want to transform some data or if you want to cleanse some data, we use Power Query transformations, and we will see all the available options in Power Query. So it seems that there is less content of Power Query. It's not like that. I don't want to mislead you by giving all the options of Power Query. For example, if you see Power Query, here we have many options like home, transform, add columns, view section, and all these things. I don't want to misguide you by giving all these options in the content, because if I add these things, there will be 2 more pages in the content. But Power Query means it's complete Power Query. And next we will see about visualizations, how to develop the visualizations in Power BI with default visuals and custom visuals all together. We will cover a few custom visuals as well, and we will see how to format the visuals and how to use conditional formattings, and how to work on different shapes and images, and how to work on bookmarks. Now even currently in the report I'm using bookmarks here, and we will see pbit files, and we have pbx files, all these things, and anyway this is the content. You'll be having access to this report is going to be embedded, and I'm going to share the link in the comment section. So please go to the link and see the this content one more time. So once Power BI desktop is done, we'll go to Power BI service. Here we will see workspaces, apps, and how to share the content with the different permissions. We have like admin, contributor, member, and viewer permissions. And we will see how to work on gateways and how to set up your virtual network gateway, which is Azure services we have recently launched in Power BI. And there are many things in Power BI service. We discussed all these things in very detailed manner with examples. And we'll go to Power BI administration part because there is separate thing in Power BI service, which is Power BI admin. So you'll also get to know what admin will do and what are the responsibilities and what all they do in the real time. And we'll also see a few more things here, like understanding your Office 365 portal and how to assign the licenses and how to assign the Power BI admin access to the users, and many things we see in this section. And then we move on to Power BI report server, which is your on-premises deployment. So we have two things in general, which is Power BI report server, which is on-premises, and Power BI service, which is a cloud deployment. We'll see both how to work on these things and why we go for this report server as well. So here also we have something called security and content distribution, like subscriptions and everything. So we will see all these things with examples in detail. And next we move on to DAX expressions. DAX is very vast subject. So we are going to learn most commonly used DAX functions and with most commonly used scenarios. This will be helpful for you to start with DAX. At least we spend 4 to 5 days of time understanding this DAX language and working in the real time. And next we see Power BI report builder, which is also called as page-related reports. So in sometimes we also need to go to this part in Power BI service as well. We will see why we go for these things and what we can do in this section. So this requires Power BI Premium. So we have Power BI Premium per user. That's why we don't have any issue with this. I'll also show you how to work on this report builder and how to publish to Power BI service. Then we'll go on to SSS tabular model. We understand difference between Power BI and tabular model and how to work on data modeling in Power BI and Visual Studio. And we will see all these things, and we will see many more things with examples in tabular model, which is similar to Power BI desktop but in different way. And this is on-premises version of your SSAS. We have one more thing called cloud version, which is Azure Analysis Services. So next we move on to that. Here we see how to create AS instance and how to deploy your models and how to use Azure Automation Runbooks to send the emails using SendIt service to the users. We will see all these things in real-time approach, and whatever we discuss in the classes, the same thing you are going to do in the real time, except data will change and your business will change. Except these things, everything is same. And next we move on to Power Automate. It means it's not at the end of the sessions. Actually, it is part of Power BI service sessions, but I just want to show separately what exactly we discuss in the sessions. So we will see Power BI specific Power Automate, the overview of Power Automate and understanding the different templates available there, and how can we use this for Power BI data sets, and we call different APIs and we push data to Power BI service, and all these things we will see with examples. And these are all the things we discuss and we learn in the actual live sessions, and we don't just discuss on basics part, we discuss in a very detailed approach with proper examples. And you can also access these links to see the reviews of my training from the previous batch people, and you can also access this my YouTube channel where you can see the previous videos just to understand how I teach and how I explain, because in the sessions there will not be any demo sessions. I don't take any demo sessions. Right from day one, which is starting from June 1st, these are all actual classes. If you want to see and understand how I teach and how I explain, so go through this channel and we have few videos there. So please go through the videos and you get more clarity. And if you want to be part of the training and if you're interested, you can contact me in email, and also you can contact me in WhatsApp. These are clickable links. You can click on this link and you can directly open in WhatsApp and you can message me there. I'll respond to you. And finally, this is the training flow. We'll meet 1.5 hour a day from Monday to Thursday, and 2 hours on Friday and Saturday. Because I work from Sunday to Thursday, Friday and Saturday is my week off, my weekend. That's why we spend 2 hours on those 2 days, and other days we'll spend 1.5 hour. It will be total of 7 weeks content, which is 70 hours to 75 hours if it goes beyond. So it means every week we cover 10 hours of content, and it will go up to 42 days to 45 days of training. And the first 4 weeks will be regular sessions, and last 3 weeks would be Monday to Friday regular sessions, and Saturday is only dedicated to interview questions and resume preparations and project discussions. And I am going to give 2 Power BI service accounts to every individual who enroll for the training. So why 2 accounts are required? I can also give 1 account, but that is not required for practice purpose. For example, if I explain with 2 accounts, you should also need 2 accounts to practice. So in the real time, you as a developer work on Power BI reporting. Once you share the report to the end users, your business users, you should also see how they are looking from their end. That's why 1 account will be as a developer account, and you can take 1 more account as your end user perspective. If you practice in that way, it will be more clear in Power BI service, and you understand in a better way. And also, if you want to practice on row level security and all, we cannot work on one single Power BI service account. We need 2 accounts. That's why for a better practice and better understanding, I am giving 2 accounts to every person who enrolled for this course. And these 2 accounts are Power BI Premium per user accounts. So we can get this as well as part of your 60-day trial. And I am also using Power BI Premium per user accounts for the demonstration of Power BI live sessions. And we have WhatsApp group for clarifications of doubts and discussions, and we have data source files I'll share with you and whatever I'm going to teach, and all the recorded videos every day I'll be sharing with you, and you can keep it for your reference. That is something I can help you from my end. And finally, if you're very serious in learning Power BI, and if you're looking for maximum real-time exposure, and not just on Power BI, if you also want to get exposure to multiple things like Office 365, Power Automate, Azure Portal, Power Platform Admin Center, Azure Storage, and many things. We discuss many things in sessions. If you want to get exposure on other things, including Power BI, yes, this is your right choice. And yes, I always guide you to learn more, and I always encourage you to learn more. And you can also contact me after the classes as well. I will respond to you for sure. And especially if you're looking to get a job by yourself without depending on other people for proxy interviews, this is the right choice for you. And many people contact me for proxy interviews. I always ask them, did they complete the trainings? They always tell yes, there are trainings in the local institutes, but they just cover the basics. But that will not be a problem for you. We are going to see in very detailed manner. You can clear your interviews by yourself without any dependency on other people. You don't need to pay any money for them. And also because we are going to see in very detailed manner, and also we'll see proper real-time approach. You can easily sustain the real time without dependency on others. Maybe you need some guidance, yes, that you can do, but you don't need to depend completely on other people for your answers. And this is about the content what we're going to learn in the live sessions. And just to show you like what are all the technologies and other tools that are involved in this live sessions. This is Power BI Desktop. We know this is the desktop environment. This is Power BI Report Server configuration. This is Power BI service, the currently where I'm sharing my screen. This is your Power BI Report Server portal, web service portal to see the reports. And this is Power Platform Admin Center where we can manage the gateways, and we will see many things here from admin perspective. And we will see Azure Portal and Azure Automation Accounts, Azure SQL. We will learn about Azure Active Directory, and we will see about SendGrid accounts. We will see about Ansys services. All these things we will see. You don't get knowledge just on Power BI. You get knowledge on many other things in Power BI and also other tools in Microsoft. And this is your admin portal where we will see this, how to add the users and how to assign licenses, how to purchase licenses and all these things. This is your Power Automate where we can see a few tasks that we can do in Power BI. This is our SharePoint where we can see how to embed the Power BI report to SharePoint and how to access this SharePoint list or SharePoint files to Power BI. So all these things we will see in a very detailed approach, and that's all I have to tell in this video to understand what content we're going to learn in the real-time live sessions. So if you're interested or if you're friends or family interested to join the course, so please refer me, and they can contact me in my email or WhatsApp. These are clickable links. If you click on this link, that will directly take us to WhatsApp. You can ping me there. I will respond to you. There are no demo sessions. If you want to see the videos and how I teach and how I explain, so please go through this link, BA Infinite YouTube channel, and you can see the videos, understand how I teach there. And for latest reviews of students of my previous batches, you can see in this link. And that's all I have. Please stay safe. Thank you so much. Bye everyone.